Movie Wars.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Movie Wars podcast. I'm Kyle.
I'm Seth.
I'm Mariana.
And today we're covering Bram Stoker's Dracula, also known as Dracula Does Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Coppola, you are a horny man.
Yeah. He's let himself go there.
My goodness.
You know,
that one friend, Lucy, who's just like so horny.
I know.
The whole movie.
I know.
I'm like, my God, what is going on?
what a weird thing. And I don't, and I've said this millions of times on Movie Wars. I don't know why my parents let me watch whatever I want. I used to watch this movie all the time as a kid. Yeah.
Same.
And I remember really like enjoying it. And I rewatched
there's
it.
a lot of titties.
Yeah, that, and it's just not a lot of good acting here.
No.
No.
There's not a lot of good much.
And I am the president of the Keanu Reeves fan club.
Yeah.
Okay, that's well established. But even here, I'm just like, boy,
Yeah.
oh boy, howdy. And Winona Ryder, Ryder. But
And Arkansas
it
coming
happened.
out.
We
I
talked
know.
about this. The Southern just
I
comes
know.
out. Ryder. What in the living hell? You
What
know?
was that accent?
Yeah. And
I think this comes down to, though, like I always keep saying, if one person's overacting, it's the actor's fault. If everybody's overacting, it is Francis Ford Coppola's fault.
and everybody's trying to punch above their weight here.
Yeah.
Even the great Gary Oldman was kind of just like, I was like, all right, bro,
Yeah.
I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
What was going on with his hairstyle at the beginning?
Yeah.
It's perfect. There's no notes.
No notes.
He just looked like the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
It looks like they shaved back his like
Yeah.
regular
Yeah.
head because his head looks too big.
Yeah.
Too. There's a lot going on with the hair.
There is a reason. The reason. So one thing that you'll find in research is that a lot of the interpretations of Dracula lean on the obviously the reaction to the cross and holy water.
Yeah.
But they don't like fill in the gaps. And the way that Coppola wanted to fill in those gaps was with Vlad the Impaler, then becoming Vlad Dracula's he was God's number one man, right? He was the leader of, in Constantinople, that beginning scene, which, by the way, I think the first 5 minutes of this movie, if the whole movie felt like that, it would have been
Would have been perfect.
It was the first 5 minutes are like, holy shit.
That's like a Kurosawa movie. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
like Kagemusha or Ran. Like
Yeah.
I wrote that down. I was like, this
Yeah.
is a Kurosawa movie.
That first 5 minutes is where you are reminded, oh, right, he did direct Apocalypse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those are shadow puppets.
Mhm.
But the idea,
So good.
the idea is that, and he had someone like the costumes person that was the supervisor. He wanted him to look almost influenced by Japanese culture because he wanted it to visually be an interpretation that he was so resistant and far away from Christian West. He wanted everything happening in Dracula's world to be a resistance to Christianity.
Yeah.
Because when he's stabbing the cross, he's stabbing God. Like him, that's him saying, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
And so he wanted him to look Japanese, Asian, Eastern inspired because he wanted to be a complete resistance to westernized Christianity.
Okay.
And so that's how Coppola filled in the gaps that are kind of in traditional Dracula movies. Kind of why doesn't he like holy water? Like there's no origin to that, but here that's how he filled in. So yeah, I'm not saying I like how it looks. I think it's a bit over the top, but that's why Coppola that's why Coppola went that direction.
Yeah.
This was my first time seeing this movie, and somehow Nosferatu is like an hour longer, and I feel like it told the story more succinctly than this movie.
Yeah.
Like somehow this movie is shorter, and it felt twice as long as Nosferatu from 2 years ago did. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
This was so slow, but like I don't know. There was the only big things I can praise about this movie are the costumes and makeup. When he is that creature by the end, like that is some of the best looking practical makeup I have ever seen.
Oh my God.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
That moment where he like comes down from the ceiling, like so good. Oh my God. I think the actors were attempting to go Shakespearean, and I'm sure once they thought it was enough, Coppola was like, no, more, and they all just went to Looney Tune land.
Yeah.
But like, oh my God, this was a hard one to watch. This was very difficult to get through for me.
Yeah.
This is like one of my favorite movies from childhood because I think I guess I had a sexual awakening to this movie. I don't know.
Everybody did.
Everybody did.
This was Twilight of the 90s.
Everybody did. Okay.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman is my first crush.
Nice.
And which is funny if you see him in the movie. If you see anything he wears or looks like in the movie at all, it's weird that every girl was like, no, this guy.
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Yeah.
Mom, this is who I want to marry.
Even though Cary Elwes had such a perfect mustache.
I know.
Very good
Well, he's
mustache.
mean. He's mean, and he doesn't travel across oceans of time
Yeah.
to go find the woman he loves. Because at the end of this, it might be Dracula, but it is definitely Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is so Romeo and Juliet. And I love it. But I think I love it because I watched it 150 million times as a kid.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those that's just always going to have a soft spot for me. But watching it as an adult, I'm like, what is this going on?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What is the story? Also, where are the characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was something that was
Physically
confusing for me.
In
was
the
like,
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
on the
suddenly
globe,
they're
where
back
are
at,
they?
Yeah, because like suddenly they're back at his place
Yeah.
in Transylvania.
Yeah.
But like some of them are still in London.
And then they're
like-
going to Vanya.
Yeah.
And then they go to this real estate to kill the soil
Yeah.
Yeah.
in London.
Yeah.
Also, for like the first hour and a half, I'm like, does she actually fall in love with him or is she just playing a part? Like,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on?
And then why does Keanu Reeves let her just go at the end?
Also, why does it take him like 45 minutes in between like the middle of the movie to leave Transylvania when Dracula's already been in London for like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
always
what the fuck?
I'm wondering if there's a lot of this that's filled in the book that's like they're all under these trances and spells.
Yeah.
So I'm always wondering if she is actually in love with him or if she's under a spell.
Well, have you seen Nosferatu?
I tried to watch it. It's
Okay.
too slow for me.
Interesting.
But I also think I was in the wrong mindset.
That's fair. Watch it now, and
Yeah.
you'll probably appreciate it more.
Okay.
And the history behind this, Nosferatu was basically a bootleg, unauthorized version adaptation of Dracula.
Yeah.
And so that was the original 1920s, I think, movie that came out. Like that was unauthorized, and that's why it went by a different name. It
Yeah.
wasn't Dracula. In that, it's very clear that she's lonesome and makes a really bad, terrible, like demonic wish, basically, that locks her to Count Orlok. And so there
Aha.
is some magic fuckery going on in that part of the story. But I think the only thing in this movie that connects it is just his bride from the beginning. And like somehow her spirit has like reincarnated in her.
Yeah.
But it's still not explained very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The storytelling is all over the place.
Yeah.
But
And- yeah.
it's funny because I was kind of avoiding watching this movie again because I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for it. And so I actually watched Priscilla, which is Sofia Coppola's movie. And then I was like, well, I would rather watch very, very slow movie with nothing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and one thing I could never clear, I tried to do a lot of research on this, and there was a lot of books that were suggested to read to kind of uncover some of the history. My biggest question was the linking of Vlad the Impaler's history to the myth of Dracula.
Yeah.
And there were a bunch of books I could have read, but like they weren't at the library. They weren't on Amazon. Like I couldn't find these books anywhere.
Yeah.
I couldn't find them on Audible. Like
eBay, bro.
eBay. I probably could have, but then at that point I was like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Impale me for all I care.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just getting right into it. The funniest and the history of this movie is almost more interesting than the movie.
Yeah.
This movie was considered an apology to Francis Ford Coppola from Winona Ryder. So
What?
the
What?
Godfather 3, many considered to be ruined by his daughter, Sofia Coppola.
Okay.
Right? It's
Oddly
Sophia,
enough,
right?
Oddly
Yeah,
enough.
yeah,
yes.
no, his daughter is
No, most
yeah.
people hate her. Yeah.
Amazing director.
Yeah.
Horrible actress. And
Oh,
what,
wow.
and a lot of people blame her for why Godfather 3 was so horrible.
Oh.
Interesting.
And but that was supposed to be played by Winona Ryder.
Okay.
She decided not to do it, and she wanted to basically, apologize to Coppola. So she actually brought this property to Coppola and said, "Let's make this." And apparently, he's obsessed with Dracula. Like he loves the old ones.
Interesting.
And so
Yeah.
he always wanted to do his own version of it. And she brought him this script and this project. I guess she may have had rights. I don't know why she had the property, but she brought it to him. And it was basically her apology, which is funny because from there on out, it was horrible because Coppola said many times that he never got along with the cast.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's awful. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
Him-
That's why.
Gary Oldman had many walk-offs on set where they would argue about what he's supposed to do, which is funny because he has been filmed in many Q&As praising Nolan, praising other directors for how he receives direction.
Yeah, because Nolan does everything in the rehearsal.
Yeah.
Once they're on, he
and
literally
Coppola
has
doesn't
said
do that.
He's got one note that he's ever received from Christopher Nolan in the middle of shooting, and that was simply, "Hey, the stakes are higher." That was his only note.
His only note, the whole film.
Yeah. Everything else was taken care of in pre-production and rehearsals. Right. So yeah, and I mean, I've seen enough videos from Megalopolis of him dealing with Shia LaBeouf. Like, imagine the two most headstrong people in Hollywood right now trying to work with each other, and it's basically them just yelling at each other,
screaming at each other,
and him insulting Shia LaBeouf the whole time.
Yeah,
it's so like he does not seem like a pleasant person to work with.
Yeah. Well, and this is just me linking together all the research I've done over the years just in the film. And Apocalypse Now is a top 10 movie for me.
Yeah.
And I wonder partially if Brando actually drove Coppola insane. Because
possible.
Because what Coppola did on the set of Apocalypse Now, to me, is just unforgivable. I mean, many consider him the greatest actor of all time, but he's also just the greatest child of all time.
Yeah.
He showed up 100 pounds overweight. They couldn't use the uniforms. Coppola had to completely rewrite his part in the movie to basically show him in just at the end of the movie. He was supposed to be in the back half, but he basically is only on screen for 20 minutes. And Brando was so self-conscious about his weight gain that he like only wanted to be shown from the head up, which is why his character is always in the dark. Like, he basically, in some days, Brando would just walk around. He wouldn't even prepare. Yeah. He wouldn't even, he's like, I don't feel like filming today.
Well, he was using an earpiece by then to have someone like read the script to it.
Yeah, and he was getting paid millions of dollars. Yeah. He was getting record-breaking money. And Coppola was already insane because the film went a year over on filming.
Yeah.
And
in the middle of Vietnam.
And Coppola was literally suicidal. And he leveraged his entire portfolio, his house, all the money he made on Godfather, he leveraged on Apocalypse Now. And I wonder, that's a long way of saying, like, by the time he gets here, I'm like, is he just not, he just doesn't, he's probably like, has so much PTSD from Brando. Like, can he even deal with actors anymore?
Maybe it's just a paycheck to him at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe this movie was just a paycheck and Winona was like, I'll handle all that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'll put it this way. If you're beefing with Keanu Reeves, something's wrong with you.
Well, that's the one person he didn't.
Okay, that makes me feel
Keanu is
better.
an angel of a human being and knows how to deal with horrible people like him.
Yeah. What's funny is he said that the reason Keanu, his performance didn't go great is because he tried too hard. He hired a voice coach. He rehearsed incessantly. Keanu was obsessed with nailing this accent. And he says the reason it's stiff, not natural, it's because he tried too hard. But he said, Keanu was the only actor I got along with. It's because he's too nice. He worked too hard. And I just love that there's so much evidence of the Keanu lore. Like, I can't wait to die someday and be like, they never said a bad thing about Keanu.
I know.
He's the only guy.
Yeah.
I know. And then you see a picture of him and his like girlfriend or his wife, and you're just like, I like him so much more now too. Oh
he
my
doesn't
God.
touch fans. Like, when he takes pictures of the fans, he keeps his hands around. Like, he doesn't.
Or if he puts his hand behind them, it's always like an inch off their body.
He doesn't touch them. Like, just keep it up.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, even with his performance though, I didn't hate it. It fit with how over the top everyone else ended up being. He and Anthony Hopkins were the only two that felt subdued. And I was like, okay, this is actually kind of a nice break from the what the fuck is Gary Oldman doing?
Yes.
So like, I don't know. Yeah, it was not a good performance, but it wasn't bad either.
Mm-hmm. What's interesting is Johnny Depp was actually the first consideration.
That doesn't surprise me.
And
the character kind of just the design of the character looks more like it was for Johnny Depp.
But Winona thought that Keanu was more of a Prince type.
Yeah, I get that.
And Keanu hadn't done anything super experimental yet, whereas Johnny had kind of started to explore more artistic roles.
Yeah.
So he was kind of already over being a heartthrob and kind of exploring more things. Yeah.
I think it was good that Keanu was he wasn't like in the background, but like I think he grounded the performance a little bit more because I think Johnny Depp would have been a little too, here I am and this is I'm the main character when it's clearly Dracula.
Actually, I disagree about that point in time because have you seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
When you see who Johnny Depp was before Jack Sparrow, it's night and day.
And Benny and June.
Yeah. Night and day difference between who he is now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually think he could have really pulled it off because he was known for that very like, yes, he was a heartthrob, but his acting style was very subdued and very focused.
I just like Keanu in this role.
I just love Keanu in general.
Yeah.
He's my boy.
But yeah, I don't think he would have hit the cartoonish levels he has after Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, he definitely had a moment where it went off the rails. I think Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was where he actually left the beach, because when he literally became friends with Hunter S. Thompson to play him and lived with him. He lived in Hunter S. Thompson's basement.
Yeah. That's probably where the drugs started.
Yeah, and apparently he had a really hard time delineating between his own personality and Hunter's for a while.
I'm not surprised.
I've met people like that.
Yeah. He's so scary.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They latch on.
Yeah.
I'm like that with Movie Wars. It's hard to delineate Kyle and Movie Wars. I'm just kidding. No, there's no dual personalities. One thing I did love here, and I actually learned to love this more about this film, Coppola's anti-CGI stance, I think actually not only was prevalent here, but it went as far as like the shadows on the wall.
Yeah.
When they're doing something separate, that's a real actor making shadows on the wall. There is no CGI here, and I do admire the practical effects, because he was like all the Renfield scenes. I don't know, you like in our last podcast, you talked about Dutch angles. I don't know what this angle is called, but all the prison cell scenes that are like diagonal and up, like that's very much a 1920s film angle.
Yeah, that was, I don't know if it was quite invented by Orson Welles for Citizen Kane, but that's one of those shots that became very famous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of technically like bird's eye view, like even though if it's not directly above it, when it's such a high angle looking down on people, it's usually kind of a bird's eye view situation. Yeah. I mean, that is something I will also give this movie. The cinematography is quite good.
It's insane.
It is some of the best cinematography from a 90s movie I have ever seen. It's just, for every good thing, there's like 4 bad things I could pick out so easily.
I feel like this is another one of those movies where if you could re-edit it, it would be so much better now, you know? Because it's almost like these little odd things where you're like, why is this happening? Why is Anthony Hopkins kissing Winona Ryder now? Where did the story just go?
Where I'm like, he was so horny.
Yeah.
He's just like, no, you kiss her. Now you kiss her.
Now everybody kiss her.
Now have sex with the wolf. I know you're asking, why is there a wolf now? Who cares? Have sex with it.
You know what I want to do? I want to bring Monica Bellucci in here, and I want to get her naked. Let's bring her in. Let's do this.
Have sex with the Siamese person. Yeah. Do it.
Can you lick his nipple a bunch of times really fast?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to do this shot all day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is today.
This is the whole day.
Dracula does Dallas. What is crazy is, apparently after the traumatic Apocalypse Now film shoot about being trapped in the Philippines, this was 99% on a soundstage in Los Angeles.
It looked like it.
So he could, and I do like the set pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, again, like sets, costumes, makeup, cinematography, all incredible. Everything else, fucking terrible.
Yeah. I will say though, the Vlad the Impaler armor, that's pretty killer. Yeah. That was killer.
That's a different movie.
Part.
That is a whole other
movie.
It is.
It's a different movie. It's a different movie. Yeah, it is.
See, that's the thing is I do kind of wish movies would go back to this over stylized situation where you are utilizing a sound stage and like very fairy tale whimsical lighting.
Yeah.
Because again, another thing in a lot of places this movie got right was augmenting the set with the correct lighting. And I just feel like we don't, even if we have good dynamic lighting anymore, we don't try to utilize that kind of uncanny fantasy valley that you can do with over the top sets as long as it's lit correctly.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like they don't want to take the time.
Unfortunately.
I know.
They're so dumb.
I know.
And they do it in post.
Ugh,
they do so much lighting in post now.
I know. And lighting to me is like the most important part of any movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Anything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so, but ultimately, I mean, so Coppola went into this movie, his film production company, American Zoetrope, was broke. He was out of money because he made a bunch of flop in the 80s. But this movie was a $40 million budget, made $215 million.
Nice.
He was able to. Yep. And I think that's how he got into the wine business. That's how he founded the Coppola Winery, I think, was on this.
It's really good wine, actually.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a winery.
Yeah, everybody. Now everybody's got tequila.
He was one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now everybody's got it.
Yeah.
I don't drink anymore. I've been sober for over a year, but I did love the Claret.
Yeah.
The Coppola Claret was my favorite actual wine.
That one was solid. Their Pinot Noir is really good. Yeah.
I don't drink wine.
You should. It's
really
good.
Gives me a headache. Just one glass. I can drink a half a bottle of whiskey and be fine the next day. But if I drink one glass of wine, I'm done.
Yeah. If they make a whiskey company, let me know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like a whiskey.
Hell yeah.
More of a whiskey guy.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Maybe you saw a girl. that reminded you of your crusade-aged love that killed herself when she thought you died, but you didn't.
Maybe you need to apologize to Francis Ford Coppola
Yeah.
and bring him the craziest script you can find.
Maybe you impaled everybody. Maybe you should just stop impaling people and share movie wars.
Maybe you like blood.
Yeah. Share movie wars and find your ancient love.
Yeah.
Yes. Love you. By the way, I love the old time period where like you were just kind of known for a thing, and Vlad was just he was impaling. Always be impaling people.
Always be impaling.
I love that.
I feel like the way that they would refer to knights and like people of importance back in the day is now how like the Italian mob gives people nicknames.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jimmy the Little Dick. There
Yeah,
you go. How
yeah.
you doing, buddy?
Jimmy Razor Blades. He's always cutting people with razor blades.
Tony Girl Stuff. We like you.
That's so funny. I haven't thought of Vlad the Impaler in so long, but like I actually did my senior thesis in college at Parsons for fashion design on Vlad the Impaler.
Wow.
So
that's
it was
cool.
all very similar to like kind of like capes and
Nice.
And then
very
you
dramatic,
designed
lots of hats.
the Vlad Impaler line. That was your first fashion line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a lot. It was actually a lot with the armor was the inspiration.
Mm.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So see that hole in the middle of the shirt? That's where he impaled you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
See all
where-
the blood?
That's what.
Every shirt you sell just has a hole right here.
Yeah.
Oh my
There's just
god.
a bunch of holes.
I gotta say,
It's fashion.
given the movie, the jokes around this movie that we're generating are really entertaining for me. I'm
Yeah.
liking where this is going.
Because there's no jokes in the movie at all.
No.
That was one thing I
No.
thought if they had made this today, there were so many moments, especially with Anthony Hopkins, where I was like, there could be a joke there.
Yeah.
There could be a joke there.
Yeah.
There could be some funny. And they would do that now if it was a now movie.
Yeah.
I mean, even Nosferatu has great moments of humor.
Every movie now has humor in it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Every movie,
Yeah.
especially horror. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Rant over. Rant over.
Randos. Yeah. Wow. So many of my randos were actually my history.
Oh,
That's
no.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Uh-oh.
Maybe we'll just.
We got to have some randos.
I know we have some randos. What happened to my? Did I just?
Did you read the randos instead of the history?
I did. Well, no, they're very much the same. They're very much the same. I'm gonna have to do some fancy editing here. So one rando was that when Gary Oldman licks the razor,
Yeah.
he did that because he was drunk. Apparently, he was drunk.
Oh, that makes me love him even more.
Was
Yeah.
I'm obsessed
it
with
this
him.
movie I heard like everyone was kind of just drunk all the time?
Yeah.
How? How does Winona Ryder look that good drunk? Oh my god! So
That's why the accent was terrible.
Oh yeah. Well, after watching Stranger Things, which she still looks great, but then coming back to watching this and she's glowing from within,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, she's just no wonder she's a movie star.
Oh my god.
But I think they were trying to do a Transylvanian accent, and I couldn't hear them. Like I couldn't understand a word Dracula said the whole time, which I didn't need to.
Yeah, I had subtitles on, so it kind of helped.
I should have done that. I do that for a lot of shows because I just can't hear anything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
See, while he's looking at more randos, to compare his Dracula to the way that Bill Skarsgård did Nosferatu,
Yeah.
he is so much more terrifying. Because he
Yeah.
literally trained with an operatic voice coach to get his voice an octave lower than it was and to sustain it for the whole shoot.
Yeah.
And it is terrifying.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that from watching Nosferatu. I've got to go back and I've watched like half of it.
Okay.
Don't ask me why I ended up stopping it. I just wasn't in the right headspace.
No, that totally makes sense. I did the same. I think
was-
it's Robert Eggers for some people, because for me, I did that with The Witch. I got halfway through and I was like, I gotta stop.
I did that with The Witch and I did that with The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
it
I've
kinda
got
makes
to
sense.
I've got to be
in the zone.
I have to like have cut out all dopamine of my like brain for like 2 days
Yeah.
to watch an Eggers film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. The Northman's the only one I could watch anytime, any day.
Okay.
But yeah, those are the
Good to
three. I'm
know.
like, I've got to be in a mood.
Yeah. Which I love. I'm so glad he makes movies like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love anybody that makes a good heavy ass movie.
Yeah.
You know? Just want a heavy ass movie. But
Randos.
Oh, we're back. We're back to the randos.
Yes.
we were
So-
just doing a commercial.
I love it. We were talking a lot about the CGI. Francis Ford Coppola, actually, he fired the entire special effects department and replaced them with his son, Roman Coppola.
Right. I forgot about that. I heard about that.
Because they apparently because CGI was just it was starting to really catch wind and special effects were starting to become what it was. And he wanted zero of it. And apparently like the only special effects people he could find, they just kept pushing him to do it. And he's like literally wanting to use shadow puppets. And so his son, Roman Coppola, ended up taking over all the effects department.
I mean, it wasn't the worst effects I've ever seen.
I love
fine.
You know how I am. I love natural effects.
Oh man, I love the monster. However, that is like, so you know how like the furry monster guy is like.
So that was something that was confusing to me. Finish your thought, and then I want to ask a question.
Well, it's just like, I've never seen my husband represented in a movie. And that was him. So I don't want to be too graphic about it, but that was like, that is, if we were going to have a baby, that's what it would look like. The process.
Amazing. Was that a Wolfman or was that Dracula in a third form?
Yeah, I don't know. Was he a big bat? Because Dracula becomes a bat.
But I think that what it was trying to show is that like, as he gets older and he takes more lives, he becomes more of a creature and like.
Sure, but it was a totally different one than he ended up being.
But it's like, I think it was like supposed to show a progression. And then the farther away he is from getting fresh blood, I think the more scary and monstrous he is. But then also I think it has to do with his mood. Because if you remember when he's crying, when he cries himself ugly that time, it's just his face.
Oh, yeah.
I also don't think any of it makes sense.
Yeah.
So there could be that as well. I had all these theories, but I also don't think any of it makes sense.
Could be everyone was just drunk.
Yeah.
There could be that, really.
Yeah.
But I love the monster at the end, specifically. That was very funny. And I also was like, oh my God, I want to marry that guy.
Yeah. And
great.
some of that has a lot of issue. You mentioned this earlier, just like, or I think it was you with the time and place, like where are we? When are we?
Yeah.
Like,
what's Vanya?
What is his distance from the last time he had blood? You know, like, because you said, like, the farther he gets away from his last drink, like he's more decrepit, but then it kind of felt like in the timeline, he also was able to turn into the wolf and go hunt Lucy down in the garden. And I'm just like, wait a second, I thought you hadn't had blood in a while. It's like, are you feeling good right now?
Why are you 10,000 years old?
Yeah, exactly. And Renfield, like, why did Renfield, like, you think he would have just finished him off?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And finally, because he could have used some of that blood. But instead, he's his servant in the prison now. And it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of weird
Renfield made this whole thing feel like a Tim Burton movie to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it definitely did. You know whose idea it was to decapitate Dracula at the end?
Ooh,
it was
Winona.
Close. George Lucas.
What?
Nice.
Yeah, it was George Lucas's idea.
Where did he come from?
I don't know. He just popped out of
Was
nowhere.
he the monster at the end?
He was
You've
like,
been Lucas.
It's like, hey, you've never filmed a film in Los Angeles before. You're not in the Philippines. Here are my ideas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, he was between franchises at the time. So.
I was wondering why she cuts his head off at the end, because I was like, if he was only stabbed, couldn't he come back to life? Wasn't that the point? And I was like, isn't the point that she's going back with him into the temple that they're going to live forever? Why is she now cutting off his head? Again, this movie doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because that's also where I was confused. I'm like, does she love him? Has she been pulled under his spell? Is she faking it? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I know.
Yeah.
But then why would she let everybody else leave her there in this castle alone?
Maybe because he had to believe her?
I guess, but then why would you care? He's already dying. Cut off his head and leave with Keanu.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then she's in the stained glass up there.
Oh,
so
good point.
When you're in the stained glass, there's no going back.
Kind of a good point. And like her face is like painted on like the floor and the ceiling and everything.
It's like the perfect bleed out spot.
Like if you were going to leave this podcast and all of a sudden your face was just in the stained glass, you'd be like, I could never leave this place.
I know. They did a stained glass.
I could never leave Seth's house.
Yeah.
This is funny too. This plays back into Gary Oldman just hating everything about working for Francis Ford Coppola.
This is amazing.
This actually confirms your question earlier. So one of the forms is a bat suit. That's what it was referred to. He was a grown giant bat, and Gary Oldman did not think it was scary, and he didn't like being in it. Like he just like, why are we doing this? This is not scary. This is comical.
It's also not Dracula. When is he a bat? Or when is he I don't know. He is a bat, but
not a big bat.
But he's like, it's just a weird interpretation of it.
Yeah, it was like Man Bat from Batman.
Yeah. They're like, don't bother to make him too scary.
Yeah.
He's kind of cute. Make him a little cute. And I love
pug nose.
Don't see me. See me. We haven't even talked about the top hat scene.
No.
Oh yeah.
That like made so many hipsters wear top hats.
Yes.
So many men have bought a top hat.
1993 was a good year for the top hat and a bad year for fashion.
There are a lot of people who have made this movie their personality, by the way. I feel like we could get a lot of hate comments from this.
Bring it.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in Last Rando, for all the shit we just gave this movie, it won 3 Oscars or 3 Academy
That
Awards.
doesn't mean
For what?
anything.
Costume design,
Okay, well,
a good thing.
yeah.
effects, and sound editing.
So the 3
best
best
makeup.
things about this movie.
Everything
Yeah.
we said. Yeah.
Yeah,
We nailed it.
nailed it. Yeah,
We picked out everything good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely original. It's definitely like, I just don't get it, man. I didn't get a chance. We just got done doing Wolf of Wall Street, which was interesting because I'm such a Scorsese fanboy.
Yeah.
But Coppola is also in my top 10 with Apocalypse Now, and I have like a very odd, weird reverence for Apocalypse Now. Not just the movie, but how it was made, the documentary about it. Like, I just love that whole thing.
Yeah.
So cool.
But if I have to compare like how I don't like Martin Scorsese's Back Nine compared to Coppola's Back Nine, it's such a night and day difference. Like Wolf of Wall Street is a masterpiece compared to this. If you're talking about back end films on the back end of their career, Scorsese still has it compared to this, and this is 92.
Yeah.
Coppola, he just, it's hard to pin down what it is because obviously Godfather 1 and 2 are just film canon, and they are they are just perfect films. And Apocalypse Now to me is a perfect film.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Go ahead. I don't know what it is.
I think I might have just figured it out.
What is it?
Because you know how you said that he loves it and he loved Dracula? Do you ever, sometimes you love something too much, like he loved it and he squeezed it to death. You know?
Yeah.
Like he just loved it too much and he tried to
Yeah.
do everything. And that's where all the simplicity that makes film so beautiful and perfect falls away. And I feel like that's where all good filmmakers are, like they make the decision because they kill their babies.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I can see that because Nosferatu, Robert Eggers, that was also his like favorite. That was the one he was like, I don't care if people watch it. I make this for me.
Yeah.
Right.
And you really see it in his storytelling. Yes, the sets are immaculate. The way he tells the story is great, but he's always keeps it with the most simple bits of information you need to get through the movie.
Yeah.
It's never too over the top. It's never anything absolutely batshit crazy.
I wonder if that also has to do with like working with the editor really closely. Because
I mean,
I also feel like the editing of this movie was kind of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't talk a lot about that. I feel like editing, or we do talk about that plenty.
I mean, the best movies, you don't notice the editing.
You never notice the editing, and that's the most important person on the team, I think.
Yeah.
They make the movie.
Yeah.
They make or break the movie.
I mean, the actors say this all the time. If there's anyone you don't want to piss off, it's the editor because they will make you look like you can't act.
They will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can, especially if you leave a lot of space in between your lines.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they will make it, if they hate you, they will make you never get work again.
Oh,
yeah.
So sad.
The questions.
The questions.
Really simple question here. Is this movie actually scary?
No.
I
was rock hard the whole time.
That was scary.
That was terrifying.
The tent pants were scary.
Harrison Ford walked in and was like, "What are you watching now?"
Yeah,
it's a cat. If you don't know, it's
not
cat.
the Harrison Ford.
The
The
cat.
actual Harrison Ford showed up at my house and was like, "I'm not doing this."
He's bricked up.
Okay.
No, it's not scary at all. This was not like the first 5 minutes were great and terrifying, and then after that, I was like, "Why?"
Yeah.
There's nothing scary about this movie. Actually,
No.
after I was done, I looked and I was like, checked this like category. I was like, oh, horror.
Yeah,
Not horror.
yeah. This was definitely a horror movie.
Yeah, you sure it wasn't horror? Actually, because it's mostly just Lucy having orgasms.
Yeah, well, horrors.
They do have a lot of, there's like more Lucy in this movie than there is. I was gonna say Ethel, but Winona.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
it's not.
same with Lucy's fiance and Keanu Reeves. The two of them are barely in this movie.
Yeah, I will say Cary Elwes is the best actor in this movie.
Yeah,
100%.
And that's funny because I don't even think he's that good of an actor in most movies.
Yeah, even Anthony Hopkins coming off of his Oscar for
he's kind of
Southland.
hammy. He's a little hammy.
I think, and I hate to say this,
And I love him.
and I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. And I have a beloved. The reason I became a writer was because of my love of Thomas Harris's Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs. Those were my first books I was obsessed with. I have a very special reverence for Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
After Hannibal Lecter, you can find a lot of roles with Anthony Hopkins where he feels kind of like he's mailing it in.
Yeah. But also when you hit that level and you've done
Yeah.
your most defining role, you're kind of just like, all right, cool. Yeah, you want me to do Thor and be Odin? I'll do it. Why not?
Yeah, he's not trying here.
No.
Yeah.
In fact,
it's something fun for him to do, and it makes him millions of dollars.
His line delivery's rushed.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like he's reading?
Yeah.
Did you feel that way? Did you feel like he was reading in some of these scenes?
Yeah. Yeah, there was something going on. He just didn't seem very grounded.
But see, here's also the thing, and this is coming from someone who's worked on great film sets and someone who has worked on some of the worst film sets that have ever existed. I will watch actors show up halfway through a shoot and they can survey the set and immediately know if it's going to be good or bad.
Really?
Oh yeah, the good ones, absolutely. And I have been involved in those projects where I watch someone show up on day 3 of 6 and they're only there for days 3 and 4, and they'll just look around and I can see on their face they're like, yeah, they sense it. They sense the chaos of how bad everything is going.
Right.
It's not, a disorganized film set, a film set where there's so much strife and tension between, especially when it comes from a director. Holy shit. It's, and so at that point, I'm sure he's like, cool, I'll get money and I will do a passable job.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we're in the background of National 911 and we like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And bar patron, that's
Sometimes
who we
you
are.
can't get a call back.
And oddly enough, this put Gary Oldman on the map. I mean, he'd done Cinedancy. He was in JFK. He had done some stuff.
Yeah.
But this is like the one that, like, say, Gary Oldman is an actor.
Yeah.
But he's also he was still very like theater was his method.
See, that was the
that
thing.
makes
He
sense.
didn't, to me, he wasn't overacting. He was overacting for film because I think just from watching it, you kind of see that Coppola almost took a stage theatrical point of view from it.
Yeah.
So I feel like he was just trying to lean into whatever was going on.
And I bet Hopkins showed up and he was like, who is this guy in the Japanese Dracula costume? And what the hell is his problem?
With the 15-foot cape.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I will say Gary Oldman did go from this directly to True Romance as Drexel the Pimp, which is
Nice.
arguably his best role.
His best role ever.
Ever.
4 minutes.
Ever.
4 minutes on screen.
The best role of anyone ever.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Drexel, if you haven't seen True Romance, it must be White Boy Day.
But he goes from JFK to this, Dracula, and then directly to Drexel the Pimp.
It's White Boy Day.
Is right one.
It's White Boy Day.
What a transition.
Incredible. It is, though. And then Leon the
What
Professional.
range? Yeah.
Yeah.
What range?
Which, a reminder, that's why we're doing this. Speaking of the guy that directed Leon the Professional, we're doing this because he is now releasing his Dracula in this country.
Yeah, it comes out on Friday. Thursday, Friday. So let us know what you think. I'm going to skip it. I haven't heard great things, but Christoph Waltz apparently does a passable job. So we'll see what happens.
I will totally watch it.
After this, I'm not in the mood.
Yeah.
I love Luc Besson. I love The Fifth Element enough to watch anything.
Fifth Element was great. I actually enjoyed Valerian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
I
see
mean,
it.
I like that model that they cast as the main character.
Cara Delevingne.
Yeah. I love her eyebrows.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Next question. Did Coppola stain the legacy of Dracula by turning it into a rapist stalker tragic soulmate story / Romeo Juliet weird Wolfman thing?
I mean, did Joel Schumacher ruin Batman for a generation?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
With nipples. Literally just nipples.
Yeah.
I still find those very fun.
They're fun.
I love the nipples. I love George Clooney. I love Poison Ivy. You guys are never going to. I think I'm naming the wrong ones. I think I'm going into the Tim Burton ones.
No, that's Schumacher.
Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah. This is to Dracula what Joel Schumacher is to Batman.
That's
it's
smart.
just
that's a
there's a group of people who love it and will die on that hill, and then there's the rest of us who are like, yeah this was not great.
I'm so weirdly in both camps. Like, I will die on a hill for this movie. I love this movie. I love the top hat. I love the gray suit. I'm still obsessed with his weird mullet.
Yeah.
And everything that Gary Oldman is doing in this movie. I'm obsessed with Winona Ryder. But yeah, I'm also in this camp of like, none of it makes any sense.
Yeah.
The whole movie it looks like he just loved it too much.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of almost like a student film almost. And like my criticism to him would be like, what is the story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the main story? What are you doing? But I don't think he ruined it. I don't think you can ever ruin anything. Because somebody else can go in and fix it. And again, you could go re-edit this movie, make it an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
And like,
he tried that with Godfather 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. The re-edit, which it honestly is not, it's marginally better, but it's not better.
Yeah. I need to go rewatch it again. Me and my grandmother would always watch those. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in a way, here's the thing. I'm not a fan of monster genres. I think this fits in Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula. Like, you know, there's like 3 or 4 pillars of what you would call monster horror.
Yeah.
And I'm not into any of them. I don't hate them, but like, I have no basis for this. Like, it's not like my genre. And I love horror, but not this type of horror.
Yeah.
Like the new Frankenstein came out, the Guillermo del Toro one. I could care less. If we review it, I'll watch it, but I'm not going to go watch it. So to say if it ruined it, I don't know. But to answer your question, I think ambiguity can be a beautiful tool in a filmmaker's tool belt.
Yeah.
And ambiguity, like ending with ambiguity or having ambiguous character, like whatever it is, can be used.
Yeah.
But this isn't ambiguity. This is continuity.
Yeah.
And there's zero of it. Like, is she really a reincarnation? I don't know. Is she under a spell, or is she just like aloof? I don't know. Is Keanu like? Did he really age 50 years and get a gray hair?
I know.
Was he there that long? Like, also, like, was Dracula really Dracula? Jesus Christ! I knew that was gonna happen.
Was Dracula really a bad guy?
So all the shit that Dracula can do, like with Renfield and going and turning into Wolfman and Lucy, that whole thing. But like Keanu was able to escape his haunted castle. Like there's just no. And like the ending, you asked, like, and she doesn't go back to Keanu, but she's in the glass, and so is she not out? If she's under a spell, is she not out from under the spell, or is she actually reincarnated? Is she going with them? It's like
there's no rules.
No,
and just random flames.
Yeah,
just
what the fuck?
And Keanu, his character even talks about it. Like, I went through a thing of flames, and and it's just like. I know you did go through the flames. What were those? What were those?
It kind of feels like they never sat down and were like, "This is what Dracula can do."
Yeah,
and this is what Dracula can't do.
Yeah,
yeah.
What can't he do? Nothing.
Yeah, they were like, they never sat down in the. You know what? They never wrote this movie. They just showed up on set and they were like, "Let's just see what happens."
Yeah.
This is how I envision it. Roman Coppola walked up to Francis Ford Coppola and said, "Is Dracula a Wolfman now?" And Coppola said, "Yeah. So what?" He goes, "Okay."
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That was the conversation.
The more I think about it, he is a bat. He's supposed to be a bat. But like,
why
he
did
looks
he have
like
a
a
hairy
wolf.
head?
A long-haired Mozart bat.
Yeah.
I know. Again, he looks just like my husband. like spot on. I sent a picture of that to my husband. She
married the American werewolf in Paris.
Yes, I did.
Or in London.
He protects me.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. But yeah, looks like, I don't know, bat. A bad bat.
Last question before the closer. Was it actually a disaster, or was it just like let's gauge Keanu. This is the biggest thing about this movie. Like the first thing you'll see in research is the Keanu thing. Was it as bad?
That's funny.
Because here's the thing. He didn't get a Raspberry Award for this, but the next film he actually did 2 more timepieces after this, believe it or not. Much Ado About Nothing.
Oh.
And then he was actually Hamlet.
Whoa.
He did a stage play and he did Hamlet.
Whoa.
It was like he had to, knowing Keanu.
He's like, I have to redeem myself.
His dedication to John Wick with the gunplay and all the training he did. I mean, it seems just in line with him. Be like, I have to learn how to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I'm not giving up. Even though that sucks, I'm not giving up.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as bad as people like to make him out to be in this movie. Again, I think everyone was so over the top that he actually, like, his stiltedness ended up bringing everyone back down to earth a little bit. But I don't know. I can't see him hitting that level of theatrics without it becoming Bill and Ted fight Dracula.
Yeah.
I would watch that. I would so pay money to watch
it.
I'd go to the theater for that.
Yeah.
Listen up, okay?
He was definitely a surfer in this, dude.
Yeah.
He was still in Point Break here.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Dracula / Point Break.
Yeah.
Very good crossover.
I am a Victorian real estate agent.
But like everyone who wasn't already British, all of their accents sucked.
Yeah.
Also, why was there a random dude from Texas there?
I know.
He's in the book.
What the heck?
I
Really?
know.
I didn't read it, but apparently there's a Texan in the book.
So weird.
I know. That's Cary Elwes. He's like, no, we need this guy.
No, he's not the Texan.
No, I know, but he's like, no, that his character's just like, we got to have this Texan guy.
We need the Texan
We need
boy.
this guy. But man, Cary Elwes, I still can't get over him kicking in that door.
Right.
And that's the best part of the whole movie, honestly.
That's his Aragorn opening the double
Yeah,
doors moment.
it really is. But then they make the big show of closing the doors, and then it's like, boom.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Ew.
I broke it. Oh, no. But no, I think the problem with Keanu was not Keanu. I think it was the editing and directing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Everybody's bad here.
Watching it, I'm like, this is clearly, he's not being given any direction. He's just like,
Yeah.
it's almost like be an empty shell, and he did it.
Yeah.
You know?
To me, yeah, I agree with you. And I think Coppola's weird, man. Like, I think he still it's amazing how much currency directing The Godfather and Apocalypse Now has afforded this man.
Yeah.
Because he just kept going, and he made so many flops in the 80s.
Yeah.
Went basically almost bankrupted himself until he made this movie, and we just kind of still look on him fondly, which I do.
I mean, it did well, right?
It did, yeah. $252 million on a $40 million budget.
Damn.
And now, like, all of his children and all of his grandchildren make movies.
Great
Like,
movies.
Yeah. Like, I love all of Sofia Coppola's movies. And now his grandchildren, like, The Last Showgirl, I think is Sofia Coppola's daughter.
Yeah,
made
Lost in
that.
Translation.
Yeah.
is
Oh, my God.
That's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I liked the Bling Ring. I did
Bling
not
Ring
think
is
it was bad. I
great.
thought it was great.
Oh, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I know
But-
so many people who hate that movie.
You know what is so funny about the generations of directors being in one family? They got the simplicity part down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
they really did.
They got let's just get a story in this
Yeah.
hour and a half.
Yeah.
One story.
To nail down how I feel about Keanu, I agree with you. I think the way I envision Coppola directing this movie is like doing a line of coke and just like answering questions like, should we do this? She's like, yeah, just do that. Just
This
blah, blah,
was
blah.
definitely a cocaine movie.
Yes.
Yeah, it felt very much like yes and.
Yeah. And they didn't say this cocaine about Megalopolis, but he was stoned the entire time there.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
apparently he got a little handsy. Old man Coppola's a little handsy in his old age.
Makes sense.
And I just kind of picture him as a Santa Claus type.
Yeah.
Snorting coke and trying to just like whatever. I think Marlon Brando broke his brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he got malaria out in the Philippines, never got cured.
Yeah.
And I just think he kind of just like he gets a lot of money and he kind of just does whatever he feels like in the moment. And
Yeah.
he's almost like a child
Yeah.
in that way. I mean, some of the stuff he said about directing Apocalypse Now, I was like, he's definitely kind of childish.
Yeah.
He's kind of
Yeah.
to leverage his entire existence on that movie, the house where his children lived, the house where his wife lived. He's like, we're going to the Philippines.
Yeah. And then what is so funny is that everybody says that Heart of Darkness is so much better than Apocalypse Now too, which is so funny.
And his wife, it's his wife's movie.
I know.
She filmed that whole
but
thing.
like that's the funny part. Is just like everybody knows Francis Ford Coppola, but his wife's actually
Yeah.
better at this than him.
It's definitely an enhancer. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I do love the movie. It's in
Yeah.
my top 10, but then like the
Oh, yeah.
documentary is like, holy smokes.
And I
Yeah.
love Apocalypse Now. Like,
Yeah.
don't fucking come at me.
Don't come at me.
Don't come at me. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I forgot to say this during the scary thing, but linking this to that question, like Apocalypse Now has some horrific scary moments.
Yeah. It's much scarier than
It's
this.
scary, it's dark,
Yeah.
and it's in the dialogue, it's in the lighting, it's dark, it's so scary all over the place. But how did he get a piece of like legendary horror IP and manage to not be scary once the entire time?
We made it a love story.
Yes.
Do you think he was just really horny when he made this?
It could have been.
think
You
he
said
was.
this, but
I
like
think he was.
I think
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
We need to look into his marriage now.
Yeah.
Like, how did all these kids come about? Were they adopted?
Yeah. Yeah. We call it getting Coppola'd. All right, closer. This is going to be a fun one. Who or what won this movie for you, and who or what lost this movie?
What won it for me was Cary Elwes' mustache.
Very good mustache.
Yes.
Flawless, magic, beautiful. That he is a god of a man. I love him. I think everything else lost it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it's so much shorter than Nosferatu, and yet I feel like it draws the story out somehow even more.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird how that happened. Because this is 7 minutes longer, maybe 8 minutes longer than 28 Days Later was.
Yeah.
And to go from that, which felt perfect. It felt like you couldn't cut anything out without the story making sense. To this, where I'm like, what the fuck happened? You could easily cut this down by a half hour and it would probably feel like a normal movie. But just so much ruined this movie for me.
Yeah.
Y'all, that last 7 minutes is hard too.
Yeah.
Like I had,
it really is.
You know what? So does your Netflix ever glitch where you have like the countdown timer in the top corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mine had that during this, and the whole time I was watching that instead of the movie.
You're like, please just end.
Please, God, when is this over? And I love this movie, and that's kind of sad to say that now.
Yeah.
But like as a kid, I was an idiot. So, you know.
Same. I loved this movie as a kid.
I loved this movie as a kid. What won it for me is Gary Oldman's like hotness
as a Londoner.
His straight sex appeal.
His absolute undiluted sex appeal as a 1,000-year-old man.
Yeah.
But what lost it for me was the fact that nothing makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
And how am I supposed to find this guy that's like a bat that doesn't exist if there's no storyline and I don't know where he lives? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even give me any breadcrumbs to figure this out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. To say it sucked. Oh.
Oh.
Oh my God. I used to be a comedian. Can you believe that?
Oh.
What won it for me? Amazing set pieces.
Yeah.
They're for being all on a soundstage. Some of the buildings look great. Some of the costumes are fantastic. Some of them are horrendous, but some of them. But I mean, just alone, the Vlad the Impaler armor is killer.
Yeah.
That's actually in a museum. You can go. I can't remember which museum, but it's in a museum. I the first 5 minutes of this movie,
fair. Yeah.
Where he's ripping off Kurosawa.
Yes, exactly. He's ripping off. He's using shadow puppets, but. Did you catch Anthony Hopkins in that first 5 minutes, by the way?
No.
He's the priest with the long hair.
Oh, wait. Yes, I did. Sorry. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to know that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
crazy. A lot of people didn't. You have to. I didn't either.
Oh, okay.
I had to
thought
zoom
that
in.
he was. I
didn't
thought
know
he
that.
just lived the whole time too.
That was,
okay.
and it brought up a lot of questions. Again,
Okay.
what lost it for me? You said it perfectly. Nothing makes sense. I don't know how. Like, if me thinking Wolf of Wall Street was Martin Scorsese falling off, that is marginal.
Yeah.
Compared to Francis Ford Coppola's complete nosedive as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
I don't know how he can make the most instrumental pillars of film history with
Yeah.
with Godfather through Apocalypse Now and do what he does from here to Mega Op. I just don't even understand how this guy. It just makes me think he's impulsive. I mean, you watch Hearts of Darkness. He's definitely an impulsive filmmaker.
Yeah.
He goes by feel. If he's feeling horrible and suicidal that day, that's how he's feeling, and that's how. But it doesn't work here. It just. And again, he made, and you say this so well all the time, he made some great actors look really bad here.
Yeah.
And even though Keanu's bad here, Keanu is good when he's used in the best Keanu way.
Yeah.
And I think everybody could have told him, like, I wouldn't have hired Keanu for this one.
Yeah.
I just hate seeing it, and I hate seeing a guy that's made so much stuff that I love
Yeah.
just be so bad.
Yeah.
And be so bad in the most expensive way possible.
I know.
$40 million. Woo! Here we go. But
It was all Coke. That was the Coke budget.
yeah.
It's a $2 million movie.
Yeah. The biggest example being Anthony Hopkins here. I to come off Silence of the Lambs and to win that much deserved Oscar and just come in here and look like he's reading off of cards.
Yeah.
And rushing through lines. Like, seriously, look at it. When you rewatch the scenes where he's like yelling about Nosferatu.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's just kind of staring in one direction, just it's just like, is he reading?
Yeah.
It looks like he's reading.
You know, I wonder if that's because of their contentious relationship with Francis Ford Coppola.
It had to be.
Yeah.
Because if they all didn't want to be there, like nobody wants to do 10 takes with somebody they hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you want to do one take. If we got it, all right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. I'm never going to watch this.
And to think they filmed this movie and never once was he like, man, Keanu sounds horrible.
I know. Well, that's the other thing is like with Keanu, I'm like, it just looks like he doesn't have any direction.
Yeah.
Keanu's great.
Yeah.
That is not the question.
Yeah.
And it's why we love Keanu. No matter what, he just tries so hard.
He wants to do his best.
He puts his heart into everything he does. We talk like you know him, but it's well publicized. Whenever he takes a role, he puts his all.
Yeah.
And he put his all into this thing.
Yeah.
And he
I know.
still became.
If you want to come on, let us know, Keanu.
We
got
love you.
Yeah, we love you.
I am the president. I have been singing your praises since I was a young child. The scorecard, the war zone.
Down to the war
Oh,
zone.
God, I'm nervous now. We do.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. Cast, directing, writing, and film composition, which is all the stuff not covered in the first three: editing, music, lighting, all that shit.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I have to give the acting a no. Like, it's sad because it's such a stacked cast. I think everyone did the best they could, and it just couldn't help. But moving on to the next one, I think it's all because Francis Ford Coppola just totally fucked himself with the directing here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he knew what he wanted to do. I think he wanted to do too much and didn't have any choices that he made to go one way or the other, which I know he didn't write the movie. Someone else wrote the movie, but I would love to see what the first draft of the script that this guy wrote looked like and what the version ended up being once Coppola was done with it, because it's nonsensical. Nothing makes sense. Nothing connects. So those three are definite no's. The only saving grace of this movie was the fact that it was beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
The costumes, absolutely perfect. The music, I actually really enjoyed the music. The set design, very well done. The cinematography, wonderful. That's the only yes for me, though.
Yeah.
Is everything compositionally was beautiful. Everything else just couldn't make up for it, though.
You want a big laugh? You know who wrote this? Jim V. Hart, who wrote Muppet Treasure Island and Hook.
Oh yeah, I did know that. I did know that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Which, okay, so again, it's not the writing.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, I want to see what his draft looked like, and I want to see what Coppola's version looked like, because I bet you they are two very different movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Hook is genius.
Muppet Treasure Island, best movie
Muppet
ever.
Treasure Island is perfect.
Yeah.
So
those are two perfect movies.
Absolutely.
Something happened here.
We're going to make him watch that soon.
Yeah.
Get me in that.
Oh my
Muppet.
God, let's do all the Muppet movies.
Oh,
Oh my God, they're so fun. They're so fun.
I'll send in my alter ego.
Jerry Morrison has dibs on Muppet Christmas Carol, but
that's the only Christmas movie I can watch.
Same.
Because Christmas is not a happy time for me.
Sure.
Same.
Love that one though. But Jerry will do so much better than I would. I love them. Is it cast or acting?
Cast and acting. We call it cast, but we used to separate top supporting and top billing, but we just consolidated it.
Okay. As far as who the cast is, I love them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great people. As far as the acting goes, I feel like that ties into the directing question. Yeah. I feel like it's hard to be a good actor if nobody is actually giving you any direction, because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing in the first place. And if nobody on set knows what you're supposed to be doing, how can you deliver anything?
Yeah.
Because you're like delivering emotions. Writing, was there any?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Was there a script? That's what I want to know. It feels like Francis Ford Coppola got the script and was like,
fuck this.
He threw it in
or
a river.
Spilled wine on it.
Like when Winona's like throwing the water, she's like got she's peeling off the pages into the water. I'll never see you ever again. Goodbye, my prince. Which again doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
At all. They should have had a smut writer rewrite this.
Seriously.
And then again, cast all the same people, get a new director, and then redo it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Gary Oldman now.
I volunteer as tribute to direct that version.
That would be so much better.
Yeah.
I would love this.
And then the wah guitar soundtrack.
Yeah. Yeah. But then again, with the film composition, oh my God.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Cannot give it more stars. I love, especially the billowing curtains.
Yeah.
Love the billowing curtains, the billowing dresses, everything visual about this movie is a 10 out of 10. Again, this is where people who do drugs are very good at doing movies. Yeah. You can always tell, well, the writing's terrible, but visually, this guy does coke,
Yeah.
This guy gets it. So that would be, I don't think I've ever been this negative about a film that I love so much. 3 no's and a yes.
Yeah. I got the coke farts just from watching this thing.
I forgot about those.
Yeah, you get the coke farts. That's a thing. Of the 80s was full of them. Caddyshack was a complete coke fart.
Yeah. And a great movie.
Cast. I mean, I can't say it better than you did. They took a bunch of my favorite actors, minus Winona Ryder, and made them all look horrible.
Yeah. Flushed them down the toilet.
No direction. I mean, in all your research, you see that Gary Oldman kept walking off. Francis Ford Coppola had friction the entire time they were arguing, except for Keanu, who was just sitting there like a good boy.
Did I do good, Daddy?
Yeah. I'll hire 3 more voice coaches. Yeah. But sadly, it's a no there, and that I think that reflects on Coppola. It hurts because I love them all, especially Gary Oldman. As far as writing goes, was there any? I don't know. This seems just like a reactive anger thing. I don't know what it was, but the writing, wherever it was thrown out the window. And apparently, the writer is a legend, has written some legendary pieces. So once again, Mr. Coppola, was that on you? You know, and back to acting. It was painful to watch a stilted Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
That was really hard. So it's a no on acting and cast. It's a no on writing, directing, complete fail. There's no cohesion. I don't know what's happening. The first 5 minutes showed me a movie I want to see, and then it proceeded to be just completely disconnected. A lot of interesting set pieces and some interesting moments connected by a lot of stuff I couldn't even get through.
Yeah.
And then the last film composition, I actually do go yes there. So that's my one yes. So 3 no's and a yes. It's beautiful in some places. The lighting is really good. The effects are incredible.
Yeah.
I love the shadows. Those were actual actors doing the shadows.
Or like when they cut her head off and his head's below her. Like,
yes,
that was really cool.
That was cool. A lot of great visual stuff going on here. Unfortunately, the rest of the film couldn't keep up with the emphasis of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, it's just low score for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
We tried.
We did.
I feel like my blood's been drained.
Yeah.
I know.
But thank you for chilling with us. Maybe you can tell us how the new Dracula is. I'm not going to see it probably.
I'll watch it.
Until I'm forced. She'll watch it. But anyway, don't get your blood sucked out. This is Kyle.
I'm Seth.
I'm Mariana.
See you next time.
I don't drink wine.
Movie Wars.